Hello everyone, welcome back to Olsen Cafe. Now, are triangles ACB and triangle BDA congruent? Let's prove it step by step. Note that we are going to use geometry reasoning, not guessing. So let's take a look at what we are given. We have intersecting triangles, right, that meet at E, and triangle AEB is common. So to prove that triangle ACE that is congruent to triangle BDA, right, what we will need to do, right, is to first prove that triangle ADE is actually congruent to triangle BCE. Now, so let's take a look. All right, so in triangle ADE and triangle BCE, we notice that the angle ADE and triangle BCE, they are actually given. All right, given that they are same. So I'm going to state the reason, all right, that these two angles are given. Now, what else do we know? All right, we also know that, all right, by angle properties, I know that angle AED and angle BEC, they are actually vertically opposite angle. All right, so therefore I'm going to write it down. So I do know that triangle AED and triangle BEC are equal. All right, so therefore writing down the reason is vertically opposite angles. Now what else do we know? All right, so we also observe, all right, that AE and the sides BE, they are actually the same. And what is the reason given? Right? The length is given from the diagram. Yeah. So with all this, I am going to write down the final conclusion, right? That is triangle ADE is actually congruent to triangle BCE. Now, but just writing this is not enough. I will need to state the case. So what is the case? Right? It's simply angle, angle, and sides. So hence the reason that I'm going to use to prove for these two triangles which are congruent, it is A, and S. Now that we have proven triangle ADE, right, is congruent to triangle BCE, we are ready, right, to prove that triangle ACB is congruent to triangle BDA. Now, let's take a look at these two triangles, right? Since they are congruent, I can conclude that the sides AD is actually equals to the sides BC because congruent means exactly the same. All right. Similarly, I will also know that, right, the sides DE is also equals to the sides CE. Right. So with this, I'm going to write this down. So I have AD equals to BC and I have ED equals to EC. Now this will be very important information, right, for me to use, right, to prove triangle ACB congruent to triangle BDA. So let's proceed. So therefore, in triangle ACB and triangle BDA, you notice that in these two triangles, there is a common side AB. And hence, I'm going to write this down so I know that AB is a common side. All right, do notice that I use the word common side, all right, instead of the term shared side, which a lot of students actually use the word shared, which is not correct. All right, so AB is a common side. Yeah. Now, what else do we know? And earlier on, all right, we have already proven AD is equals to BC. All right, so since I have this, and why do I have AD equals to BC? As I stated earlier on, well, I do know this because I already have the earlier result. Triangle ADE is congruent to triangle BCE. All right, so what we do need is we do need one last reason. All right, so what is the last reason that I'm going to prove or to use? So basically, I can observe that AC, all right, it is equals to AE plus EC. Now, I also know, all right, that the length BD is equals to BE plus ED. Now, if you take a look at these two equations, all right, since AE and BE they are equal in length is given in the diagram. So let's take a look at EC and ED. Isn't it they are equal as well, since triangle ADE and triangle BCE are congruent? So with this, I am able to combine this and, all right, to give us AC, all right, it is actually equals to BD. Yeah, so I have AB as a common side, I have AD equals to BC, and I have AC equals to BD. And now we are ready to conclude, all right, and hence I'm able to prove that triangle ACB is actually congruent to triangle BDA. Now, but what is the case? The case is still missing, all right, so therefore the case that we are using here is sides, sides, and sides. And with this, I'm going to state the case for the proof, which is S, S, and S. Yeah? So with this, this is how we write a full geometric proof for triangle congruence using triple S. Now, do remember, all right, when we write down the proof, we must always state the part clearly and match each statement with a reason. All right, so therefore, statement must be there. The reasons in this case is in blue. It must be stated, and there must be always a final conclusion. And the final conclusion must always, right, state down the case. Yeah, so I strongly encourage all of you to pause and re-watch this video again and try to write down the proof on your own. All right, to see that if you are able to write down the proof without any guidance. Hope you find this video useful. Do like and subscribe if this helped you. All right, I will see you in my next video. Bye.